This is my entire mice collection. Getting right into the mice, we're going to be starting on the right side and then going all the way to the left. But for the very first mouse, we have the Booga 5 Below mouse. This is the cheapest one I have. It literally just feels like a bunch of Chinese cheap parts. I mean, it literally is from 5 Below and it just feels absolutely terrible. Also, the sensor on this thing always malfunctions. It feels honestly worse than an office mouse. Then right on the left here, you guys probably see a really weird mouse. Some of you guys probably already know what this is, but it is a gaming vertical mouse. As you guys can see, it actually has two side buttons right over here. I think this was about like $25. It's not as bad as you would think it is to use, but it definitely is really hard. The sensor on this thing is also not the best, and as you could imagine, this thing is literally feels like it's 200 grams. It feels really heavy. And then moving down here, we have the Roccat. I don't know exactly what this is called. The Roccat Cone, I think that's what it is. It was about like $55-60. Definitely a really good mouse. Probably the best mouse you can get other than a Model D minus for around that price range, so I would definitely really recommend that. And many pro players such as Mr. Savage use this mouse. And then right on the left here, this came with my old PC. I have no idea what the exact name of it is. All I know is it is from CyberPower. I think it was like $10. I checked on the website. I think this mouse honestly feels heavier than this one. This one is probably 250 grams. Just feels super heavy, but it's just kind of normal mouse, not really much to say about it. And it barely has a little bit of RGB right over here. Right on the left here, I honestly forgot I had this. I think it's a Logitech G203. I'm pretty sure it was around $25-30 if I had to guess. As you guys can see, it definitely looks just like a normal gaming mouse. I don't know, not much else to say about this, but I think I bought this from Best Buy. I might be wrong. I'm not 100% sure. Right above it, we have another Logitech mouse. This is a Logitech G402 right over here. This is the same one that Mongrel used to use, and I think Noah Riley, so a lot of pro players. And this one was about $45 to $50. Actually, I think it was $40 even. I bought it from Amazon, so it wasn't bad at all. I just hate the shape of it, and I always end up clicking the DPI buttons, which I hate. The DPI buttons are right over here, and then these are the side buttons. I hate the shape of this mouse, and it's also really heavy. Definitely not my preference whatsoever. Up here, we have a normal office mouse. I don't know what else to say about it. I have a lot of Logitech mice. I think this is my parents' really old. It's literally, I didn't even notice. It's called the M10. It's probably like $5. I literally have no idea. This thing literally is like 20 years old. It's definitely really just kind of ugly looking, to be completely honest. Right under it, we have the final mouse Ninja. No, actually, it's a Ninja Air 58. My bad. The side buttons on this are broken. I bought it from an eBay reseller, and then the side buttons literally move all the time. It's so annoying. As you guys can see, it wiggles a lot. So when you're playing, it's really annoying. Quick sound test. I mean, it sounds decent, but this mouse is super overpriced. It's definitely not like a really good mouse for the price. I think this was like $100, $150. Definitely not good. I would much rather prefer getting like a Logitech G Pro Superlight. On the left here, I don't really like using this too much, but it's the Razer Viper Ultimate. Many people kind of like it, but I think they're better wireless mice on the market. I think this was about $90 to $100. Definitely not a terrible mouse by any means, but it could definitely be a lot better. It's from Razer, if I didn't already mention that too. And then right above here, we have some random bamboo mouse. I don't even know what this is. It's literally on. It's just really crappy, to be honest. But I think this mouse is literally worse than this one over here. I mean, actually, this one is probably better than this Booga mouse. That Booga mouse is terrible, but this is wireless, so the input delay when you use this playing is literally terrible. Over here, as you guys would expect, this is my main mouse, the Logitech G Pro Superlight. By far my favorite mouse. I love the shape of it. It's really light. I think it's like 65 grams, 55, somewhere around there. I don't know exactly, but definitely really worth the price if you can afford it. You could also get the normal Logitech G Pro. That would probably do the job, and I think it saves you like an extra $50 or $60. My brother has that mouse, and I tested it out a little bit, and I really like it. For the very last mouse that I have, it's definitely the most unique and weirdest looking one. It's a laser mouse, so you just set it up like this, and then it projects like a keypad that's on laptops. I don't know, the touchpad, I mean. It projects I can't even speak. It projects a touchpad onto your desk, and it definitely is absolutely terrible. The worst, literally, sensor and everything. It's so delayed and absolutely terrible for gaming, but yeah. This thing was also like $60. It's literally such a scam. Now that I gave you guys a quick brief overview of all the different mice I have, I'm gonna be ranking them. So as you guys can see, I have a bunch of different stickers ranging from S, which is the best, and then C, which is the worst. So obviously the most obvious pick, Logitech G Pro Superlight, my main mouse, first place. Literally such a good mouse. This wooden one bamboo. It's actually really expensive too. It was like $30 or $40. I think I would rate this probably around the B. It's actually not as bad as you think. It's definitely really bad for gaming though. The laser mouse, right here, probably the only mouse we're gonna have in the C tier. This is by far the worst mouse. Literally, I hate that thing. Then this Razer Viper Ultimate, I know I wasn't giving it the best credibility, but I think I'd also have to put it maybe around like the S to A, but just for now, I'm gonna keep it in the S here, because it definitely is a great wireless mouse, but this one is just better in my opinion. We have this office mouse. I would definitely probably put this around maybe the B, I think is a fair rating. Final mouse, I think this could be a lot better. The only thing is the side buttons are kind of broken on it, so I am going to put this in the A tier right here. And then we have a couple more to go. So then the Logitech G402, this is also Mongrel's mouse. Believe it or not, I literally hate using this thing, so I'm going to put it in the B tier. The shape of it's absolutely terrible. At least it doesn't fit my kind of vibe. But then this mouse, in my opinion, is literally better than a G402. Some of you guys are probably going to be arguing in the comments, but I have to put this as an A. I don't know, bro. For the price, it was super cheap, and it was definitely really, really good. Then over here, we have the vertical mouse. I don't even know. This thing is kind of, I think I'd rate it over here in the B tier. So this is how it's looking so far. 2 in the S, 2 in the A, 4 in the B, and then 1 in the C. Over here, this is a free mouse. So I think it was around $10 like I mentioned earlier. It's going to be another B tier. I'm telling you, all these mice that I have are literally B tier. The Cone Pure Ultra, I think, or whatever it's called from Roccat, I have to give that an S. I literally love this thing. It's really, really good, and definitely one of the best wired mice you can get for around $60. For the very, very last mouse, we have the Booga 5 Below mouse. I honestly have to rate this as a C tier. All right, so this is how it's looking right now. We have 3 in the S, 2 in the A, a bunch of them in the B, and then 2 of them in the very last one, which is a C. Before I end the video, I have a bunch of different mouse pads I'm gonna be showing you guys. So the first one you guys probably have seen the entire video is this really nice kind of dark blue wavy one. All my mouse pads are from Gutsy Aiden. I shouldn't say all, most of them are from Gutsy Aiden. I really like his mouse pads. Then up next, we have the NZXT mouse pad. It's literally just a simple black one I got with this PC right over here. And then moving on here, this is my second or third newest one. I don't really know what this is, but it's from Gutsy Aiden, and it is Slush's mousepad. As you guys can see, it kind of reminds me to, like, I don't know, like Chinese, Korean, Japanese vibe. I don't know what it is. I kind of like the vibe. I don't have any mousepads like this, so it's definitely really, really unique. Then over here, I think this mousepad is from TechSource. I'm not 100% sure the name of it, but as you guys can see, yo, cut that out. So yeah, as you guys can see, my mouse pads are extremely dirty. I think I spilled some acai or something on that. I literally don't know. Then over here we have the Clix Cotton Candy mouse pad. I'm guaranteeing this mouse pad is also dirty. Actually, not as bad as the other one. Yeah, this one's actually relatively clean. I don't use it that much, which is probably why. There's a little bit of dirty marks over here, but that's, I think, just water. I don't know. I definitely need to clean my mouse pads. I really like the vibe of this one. I just don't have any like this. Then over here we have one from the Mousepad company. This is my second mouse pad from the Mousepad company. At first, this was my first kind of red mouse pad, which is why I got it. But if I can zoom in on it, as you guys can see, the texture is like super rough. I really don't like using this at all. Compared to like one like this, which is super smooth, this one is super rough. And if you game on it for a while, it kind of feels like sandpaper. And I'm not gonna even lie, it kind of just bothers or irritates your skin. So I wouldn't really recommend this one. Then over here, we have another really dirty mouse pad, as you guys can see. This was my first and main one from Gutsy Aiden. Yeah, that's probably more acai, I think, bro. We don't talk about it. I low-key need to put like a napkin and definitely clean these mouse pads. I think all these mouse pads were around the $30 to $60 range. And then for the very last one, this is one I bought for my brother, but he got a new one. It's almost exactly like the other one. It's just like a different kind of gradient. So it's a purple/pink going into a blue. I really like this one, but by far my favorite one is this one that I'm using right now. If you guys did enjoy this quick kind of video, make sure you guys drop a quick sub. It's greatly appreciated. And also, while you guys are down there, make sure you guys drop a like. Anyways, peace.